This is Radio Now 95.3 FM. Come for the news, stay for informed conversations.
The All Progressives Congress, APC, has gained a two-third majority at the Senate after Senator Samaila Kila, representing Bauchi North Senatorial District, defected from the People's Democratic Party (PDP) to the APC. Now, with this majority, the APC now has the constitutional ability to pass and approve key legislation or government policies. Joining the conversation is Jide Ojo, who is a political affairs commentator. Good morning, Mr. Ojo. Thank you for joining us on the conversation.
Good morning, Steve.
Right. What is your reaction, Mr. Ojo, to this, can I call it, this securing of the two-thirds majority at the Senate?
Well, it doesn't come to me. It didn't come to me as a surprise, given the fact that months back I won that Nigeria is already a one-party, de facto one-party state. And that is living true to that speculation. You could see that today, APC even have two-thirds of the governors, not just the Senate, because we now have 24 APC governors after the defection of Governor Peter Mba yesterday, and 24 states is two-thirds of 36. So even if there were to be any voting on any issue by the governors, APC will win. Just the same way as it has happened in the Senate. And don't forget, the way, just yesterday too, you have 3 members of House of Reps from Kaduna joining APC. And by the time those in Enugu perfected their movement to APC, because it's not just the governor, members of the Senate and House of Reps from other parties in Enugu has also promised to join APC. By the time they join, they will even have more than the two-thirds that is required, both in the House and then in the Senate. So as you have said in that background, it means that APC will not need the opposition to pass some key legislation.
You know, Ms. Ojo, it's important to note that it's not the first time we've seen the governing party at the center hold a two-thirds majority in the National Assembly. I think it was in 2003 or so that there was a two-thirds majority in both the Senate and the House of Representatives as well. And if you look 1999, they were close, although they didn't make that particular mark. It does raise questions about democratic principles, because we tend to see any sort of opposition to what may be perceived as an illegality or an inconsideration, we see it as the sole responsibility of opposition parties alone. But within the APC as well, there's questions on what democratic principles look like. Do you think that the current makeup of the party has enough people who will stand in the gap, if at all needed, in the National Assembly?
You mean the opposition?
No, within the APC itself.
Well, as you have said, there's nothing new under the sun. This is not the first time the ruling party is having majority seats. But what it does, now he manages this victory is very consequential. Because as it is, all politics are said to be local. While it may be of immense advantage at the National Assembly, when it gets to the local politics, and then somebody who just joined wants to become the leader of the party within the senatorial district or within the state, that may cause some ruckus. And unless there are viable alternatives where people could move to, that's when you will see the hemorrhaging of ADC. But right now, to the best of my knowledge, the only party that only dominant party that is at least that has been able to manage its own internal dynamics better than the rest is the ruling APC party.
I don't know if I know it matters, but perhaps it's a question of the extent to which it matters that we have seen these defections? Because even before the defections, famously, we saw opposition lawmakers supporting the APC, especially when it came to requests from the executive. There was one time, I think it was last year, where a House of Reps member, I think within the Labour Party, was on camera saying he's met with the president is actually a good man, he's this, he's that. So does it really matter that they've defected when at the point they were in their previous parties, they were still essentially bending to the whims and the caprices of the executive?
Well, Nabila, what you need to understand, you and I are not politicians, but what politicians are looking at and what they are interested in is the next election, not necessarily about the next generation. And why you may think it doesn't matter if they are already kowtowing to the whims and caprices of the ruling party, even when they are in the opposition. Don't forget that these opposition parties which they belong, if they are in crisis, they will have issues with their election bid. And particularly for the National Assembly and the Legislative Assembly all over, they do not have term limits. So every member of the National Assembly, State Assembly, have right to seek re-election as many times as he or she wishes. And if the party that brought you to power is in crisis, then you are looking at in the next 6 months or thereabout, nomination of candidate will start. Is it if you belong to PDP now? Look at what's happening, what's trending in PDP. Even yesterday, the National Legal Advisor and the party chairman are engaging in altercation in the public at the court premises over who should represent the party's interest in a challenge mounted from opposition members within the PDP. And when that lingers, now they want to have convention in barely a month's time. If that crisis lingers beyond normal, you will see that by December, PDP will empty itself into APC. So it's basically about re-election bid. Right. That many of them are defected, not necessarily because when they are in the opposition, they are not getting the largesse that they wanted. They were getting the largesse. They were all receiving prayers in their mailbox, the president of the Senate. Remember the Salah gift when he said they have sent money to them, and somebody corrected him. He said prayers have been sent to their mailboxes. So they are all getting their own fair share of whatever largesse is on offer. But they are looking at the re-election and whether when the time matters for them to seek re-election, there will not be issues that will impede them from winning in the next election. So it's all about next election, not necessarily about whether they are getting their desired perks of offices, even as a member of the opposition.
Mr. Ojo, thank you very much for your time on this conversation. Jide Ojo is a political affairs commentator who joined us today to speak on the defection of the senator representing Bauchi North Senatorial District at the Senate, Senator Samaila Kila, who has defected to the APC. Now, with his defection, the All Progressives Congress, the APC, has gained the two-thirds majority at the Senate. And we have spoken with him about this. We're asking you to stay tuned to your Beyond the News station, Lagos, Nigeria.
This is Radio Now 95.3 FM. Come for the news, stay for informed conversations.